Welcome to the DAISYS MCP Server. I am a created voice through a chatbot.
Hi and welcome to this quick guide to the DAISYS MCP server. I'm Jasper. I currently work at DAISYS as an MLOps engineer, and I will be showing you how you can use the DAISYS MCP server and use text-to-voice within your favorite large language model to generate speech. So the first thing we want to do to get the installation done is we want to go to Cursor, and I want to open up Cursor setting by pressing Ctrl-Shift-P. So then I get into my Cursor settings and I can see the MCP tab. So currently we don't have any MCP servers configured, so we can go ahead and add a new global MCP configuration. We see the global MCP configuration here. What we want to do now is we want to actually copy our configuration from the Git repository. So if we're on GitHub, you can see here a nice README which explains the installation details of the DAISYS MCP server. For Linux and Mac, you might need to install port audio. On Windows, it's not required. So on Mac, you need to run pre-install port audio, and on Linux, you need to run sudo apt install port audio. But since we are running it on Windows, we can just straight up copy the MCP configuration, go back to the MCP config.json. We can just copy it here, and now we can fill in our credentials. So a few things happen here. We are getting the DAISYS MCP server library, and we need to specify some environment variables. So what you need to do first is you need to go to daisys.ai and register for an account. You get a DAISYS email and a passport. You can create it. You can fill it in here. And after that, what you can do is you have a DAISYS based storage path, and this is where all your audio files will be stored once you run it. So feel free to fill this in. I will also fill this in, and then I will come back to you guys. So once you filled in your settings, you can go back to the cursor settings on MCP, and then you can see the MCP servers which are configured. So currently we have text-to-speech, get voice, get models, create voice, and remove voice as tools for our MCP server. So let's start by trying to create something. So let's press Ctrl-Shift and P again. And then we can go to Cursor Chat. And then we can open a new chat in Cursor. And this is the Cursor built-in chatbot, and this can use your MCP server now since you have it configured. So what we can do is we can keep it simple, and we can say, for example, create a male voice which talks in English and speaks out a few words. So just to keep it simple, to see what will happen if we actually run this command. It's generating, it's getting the tool get models. It will call this to verify if you get the correct model name. Once it got the model name, it will call the second tool create voice, so it will create a voice for you. And over here, if you expand it, you can actually see the parameters which we use. So we create a new voice in the DAISYS platform now called English Male. Within the chat, you can also specify the name, gender, and models. So you can actually modify a lot of things, and then it will actually start generating the audio. So it will cause text-to-speech, and this is where the magic happens. This is where it actually converts the text into speech. So we use this voice ID which we just created. We set streaming to true because then we can get a quicker result from our run tool. So once we run this, we can see what will go on.
This is an English male voice speaking a few words for you.
And as you can hear, it says now a few words for you. So this can be used to let the DAISYS MCP server speak to you. It will also store it on the local file system of your system where you specify it beforehand, so you can get it back. So let's try to actually do some other cool stuff with this DAISYS MCP server. So I will show you a few other cool stuff which you can do with the DAISYS MCP server. So something else what you can do is you can specify how you can create a voice. So let's say we want now a German voice instead of an English one. So I want to create a German voice, female, which talks really slow in a high pitch. So then it will create a voice again. we call the tool get models to verify which model it needs to use to create a voice. Then we can create a voice. It is creating the voice for you with the specified parameters. So it is a female, model name is German, and here we specify pitch and pace. So what we now have is we can specify the pitch, pace, and the style of the voice. So that's something you can specify currently. In a future version, which we are working on at the moment, we can actually design the voice using text to voice. So that's something to be aware of, that might soon be in the future we will add to the DAISYS MCP server.
Hallo, dies ist eine deutsche Frauenstimme, die sehr langsam und mit hoher Tonhöhe spricht.
So then you can actually design your voice however you want to sound it. It's now pretty limited at what you can design, but soon we will add some more features so that you can really specify the small tweaks and how you can create the text and create the voices, whichever you want. Also, you can let multiple MCP servers work together. So for example, now I installed another MCP server, which is for Git. So what I can also do is, for example, say use the old English voice we just created and explain the latest 3 Git commits in 4 sentences. Run 2 for the Git log. And then we got text to speech.
Here is a summary of the latest 3 Git commits. First, instructions for base storage path were added to the RADME. Second, the uv.log file was removed to improve compatibility with Mac ARM systems. Third, changes were made to allow publication to PyPy. These updates help make the project easier to use and distribute.
So this is what it can do. This is the power of the DAISYS MCP. So like I said, we will soon also add text to voice. I hope you like our servers. Always feel free to also give some suggestions. Please let me know if there's anything you would like to see improved or if there are any features you'd like to add. Soon we'll also add multiple language supports. So it might be that the language you don't see there right now will be coming soon. And also feel free to contribute to the project. It's open source, so feel free to make a request to it, contribute to it, and I hope you like it.